think for 2016 we want to get back to basics. We want to reestablish certain key elements of good government, which means I think first and foremost is communication. So what we want to do is find ways of increasing internal and external communication. When you want to enhance culture, you don't focus on enhancing culture. You focus on doing the right things right with the right people. You make sure that you're transparent in what your goals and objectives are, and it takes time. So we're focusing on our goals and objectives. We're focusing on and having a practical strategy that works for all citizens in the community, that works internally and externally here. We want to make sure that we follow the blueprint that we created with our strategic planning process before Christmas. If you have a mission, vision, and value statement that you can refer back to make sure that you're on the right track, then it saves a whole lot of grief as you get further and further out into the year. Every problem is an opportunity, and you have to have people in a mindset that say, okay, sure, there's a problem here, but there's got to be a way that we can either move forward in light of it or in spite of it, or we attack that problem head on because we have greater objectives that we want to accomplish. So I think for the city, we really, while one hand is focusing on managing the finances of the city well, we also want to, as our mission statement said, we want to have a vibrant community. That's a word that we put in there on purpose, because as the community changes the demographic, we don't want to just stop doing things. We already went through our rough spots in Dryden over the last really 15 years. It's been a tough road to hoe. I think in Dryden, our can-do attitude will pull us through. And I got to say, when I think about the different service organizations in town, Kinsman, Canets, Rotary, you name it, Lions, they are a really important part of the fabric of our community. So we need to make sure that we're there to support them as they support the community. A lot of what we're doing this year with so many new faces on the council level and at the city here is we're trying to foster the right kind of conversations so that we can be responsive to Drydenites. We need help, and we look for input from the citizens of Dryden to tell us how we're doing, to come up with ideas and suggestions. I love having people come to me or any counselor or any person in senior administration, or even the person that you say, well, I don't know how much they care. Well, they care. The person who's on the front lines for the city, who has an encounter with a citizen. Let's have conversations. Let's have productive conversations. I really believe that we are on the right track. It's only when you look back that you can say, huh, yeah, that worked out really well. But at the present time, it doesn't often feel like victory. So you can't get discouraged. You have to be positive, you have to be persevering, you have to keep your eyes focused ahead. And again, like the dashboard, focus ahead, but pay attention to what is going on around you operationally. So unity and diversity, they actually work really well together. You want to take every problem that comes your way as an opportunity to listen better, to engage people more effectively. So yeah, I really encourage the people of the city of Dryden, no matter whether you're retired, you're young, you're middle-aged, you're whatever you are, if you have an issue or an idea, we want to hear from you, because we're in this together. If there's things that we can do to make your life better, it'll probably make our life better too. So we want to know.